applies or it applies in your jurisdiction. And if it's being watched any date after today, you want to make sure that whatever you're reviewing hasn't changed. Now, today is my daily tip, so that usually is general information about an important topic, but not usually very state specific. But nonetheless, you should still check it out. So today's tip is about what is the most important aspect of testifying in a divorce or family law matter. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of issues are important when it comes to testifying in court: credibility, consistency, but I think the most important aspect is common sense. And that may seem strange, but I believe that whenever a judge is listening to testimony, the first thing he or she is thinking is, does this make any sense? And I see it play out all the time in divorces and especially in domestic violence cases. For instance, in a domestic violence case, there are often not witnesses. There's usually just the parties that are involved. So your story has to at least seem to be the way that most people would act. And now, obviously, that's an example that might be strange because domestic violence is not what most people do. But within that framework, there are issues. First, like for instance, if one party is testifying of a whole long list of domestic violence, verbal abuse, and the other side's defense is that none of it's true, it's not going to be believable. Unless you can bring a lot of witnesses to show that, it's not going to be believable. The better approach, if it's the true approach, is to acknowledge certain things that were done, but maybe for a different reason. Because from a common sense approach, a court's not going to believe that nothing has ever happened in your situation. Another example I'll see often is in a divorce case, when it comes to the case information statement and alimony discussions, the expenses quite often don't add up to the income. And you need to look at that because it'll be believed as an attempt to inflate your numbers. But it may be that you're borrowing money from people. It may be that you're using credit cards. It might be that the summary document wasn't entirely accurate. But you don't want to just stand by something that doesn't make sense to a judge. Again, don't forget the other things I said, like consistency, credibility, and common sense. So I hope that helps you. If, God forbid, you find yourself having to testify in a court, because most people don't. But if you do, hopefully this helps you. If you do think this was helpful information, please give a like to the video and share it so that other people get to see it. I also invite people to subscribe. This is being shown right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at the same time. So if you're not on my pages or you're not subscribed for the videos, you sign up. You'll get notices when I go on, as well as the other media that I post. With that, I'm going to sign off. I'll be on tomorrow, probably at the same time, but I'm not sure. Don't have a topic yet, so if there's something you want to see, just send me a message and let me know.